Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Kate's Creative Space. I'm Kate, and in today's video, I'm doing a December monthly review of all of the diamond paintings that I finished and am working on for the month of December. So let's get started. I know most people aren't doing a December month in review because they're just doing a year in review, and I did a year in review and posted that yesterday. But I still wanted to do a December month in review because I have a lot of details that I want to tell you about these paintings that I didn't get into in my year in review. So I thought it'd still be okay to do a month in review with you guys because I want to get a little more in depth about my finishes. So starting with the end of, I finished up the months of the year mini dazzles. So this has been my year-long project, and I actually finished it on December 2nd because I forgot to take it with me when I went to the hospital on the 1st. I meant to work on it on December 1st and have it done, but I forgot to take it with me. My daughter had surgery on December 1st, and I took a different set of mini dazzles and totally left this one at home. So that's okay because I got it done on December 2nd, and I just had so much fun with this project. So if you're not familiar with my channel, I've been doing one of these every month of the year for the whole year of 2025 and was able to finish it up in December. So this one is January right here, and February. Here was March. I like how you could see a little bit of the sprigs of green coming out of the snow. April was a lot more vibrant and colorful. That was a fun one to get into. I just had so much fun with these. Here's May, because it gave me something to look forward to every month, where I was like, oh, okay, it's March 1st, the snow's melting, or oh, it's April, we're getting ready for all those beautiful flowers. June was fun with the campsite and the little tent. And I every month I looked forward to it, and it never was like a hindrance. It was always a joy to work on. July, August, this one is my birthday month. I had a lot of fun with this one with the watermelon. September with the apple. October. November. And then the one I finished in December to give me a final finish, because I did not count these every other month. I counted them kind of as like a whip. So now I can count it as a finish, and that is so exciting to me. So this is my 31st finish of all time, my 17th finish of 2025, and my 21st Diamond Art Club finish. These only had 23 colors in them, and I thought it was just so much fun to work on these throughout the year, and I was really glad that I was able to do it. So I'm kind of sad because I don't have a project like this for 2026, so I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do. I know I'm working on refreshing my stash. I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. We'll have to just see if something kind of comes along that I can work on in 2026 that was as thrilling to me as this one was. So okay, I actually have 2 more mini dazzles. I got really into mini dazzles this month, so I have 2 more to show you. I worked on this set on December 1st and finished it December 2nd. As I said before, my daughter got a cochlear implant on December 1st. So this is what I took with me to the hospital and I worked on while she was having the surgery done to distract myself. And I think I got either 2 or 3 of them done then. And then I finished the rest the next day at home while we snuggled on the couch together. So this one had 22 colors. This is the Exotic Flora set by Diamond Art Club Mini Dazzles. So they're all fairy dust. And then I think it had 1 AB color, and that was like yellow. And this is actually one of the first sets of Mini Dazzles that I bought back when Mini Dazzles came out last year. And I picked this set for the exact reason of it was the oldest set I had. And next year in 2026, technically this year, because I'm posting this on January 1st, but I am working on mostly older kits to refresh my stash. So I did the same concept with this. I picked one of my oldest mini dazzle sets to work on, and I'm really glad that I did. This was my 20th Diamond Art Club finish of all time, and it was a cute one. I'm really glad I worked on it, and I had a lot of fun with them. So this one here is Birds of Paradise. And this one was hibiscus. I got confused. I thought this one was hibiscus, but it was actually this one that was hibiscus. And the only reason I know, like Diamond Art Club didn't label them. They had it labeled on the back of the box, but they didn't label each one specifically like they do now. Now they label what each one is on the sticker sheet, but they didn't back then. And the only reason that I know that this is hibiscus is because back then they also gave you individual drill packets. So each of these got their own pack of drills, which I'm really glad they don't do anymore. I had so many extra drills and so much extra packaging, and I thought it was really wasteful. So I'm glad they don't do it anymore. But I used the hibiscus set a drill pack on this one, and it wasn't right. And I was like, this isn't right. These colors don't match up. I found out this is hibiscus. That's how I found that out. This one here is a passion flower. Like I said, they had 6 names on the back of the box, and I was guessing to put them together. Like I knew that was Birds of Paradise. I knew this was a water lily. Kind of guessed on all these, and I was wrong on most of them. I knew this was the desert cactus. But these ones I kind of guessed on. This one was easier to tell because it had purple in the pack. So then for these two, that's the ones I mixed up. Because this one, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it. I'll put the name on the screen. And then you have the water lily. So yeah, it was super fun. I'm glad that I worked on it and I had a lot of fun doing it. It was a worthy distraction while my daughter had her surgery, and I was glad to have another finish also. So I finished that in December, and then I did one other mini dazzle set in December that I was not expecting to do at all. But I ended up going to visit my sister in the middle of the month, and I spent the day with her. And when I spent the day with her, I brought this set of mini dazzles with me, and I worked on this set. And this set is the Christmas mini dazzle set from Diamond Art Club. And I really, really enjoyed this set as well. So this one here, I started on December 7th when I visited my sister. And then I had a few days pass where I didn't finish them. And then I finished them up on December 18th. After I finished the big canvas that I have to show you guys. When I got home, I focused solely on my big finish. And then when I got it done, I switched gears and worked on these mini dazzles to wrap them up. So, yes. So the Christmas tree was my favorite of this kind, for sure. I saved that one for last. And then Santa was my second favorite. But I also really did like the bell as well. Thought that was cute. I really enjoyed working on these. It was a nice, fun little Christmas finish for me for the month. And no complaints. So these mini dazzles have quickly become one of my very favorite things to do. And I'm sure I'll be doing a ton more in 2026. Okay, so those were my 3 mini dazzle finishes. And then this is my canvas finish. I'm actually going to pull the camera out so you can see it a little bit better. I think it's funny that it's paid off that those mini dazzles months of the year have not been a finish for me all month long or all year long, and now they are. And it's giving me a total of 4 finishes this month, which is the most I've ever done, and it's only because 3 of them are mini dazzles. But it counts as 4 finishes, guys, and that is a high for me. So this here is my big finish for the month, Christmas Candy Box by Mrs. Butterdee. This one here, absolute dream to work on. Very favorite kit of all time. 62 colors, round drills, 22 by 28 inches or 55.6 by 70.7 centimeters. I started this kit on November 16th and finished it on December 11th of 2025. And yeah, so I loved everything about this kit. I did post my very first full diamond painting review on this kit. I'll have it linked down below. And what I did with this one is I worked on the entire thing in one video. So in the beginning of the video, I unboxed it. I showed it to you guys. We did like a drill train and kitted it up together. And then every time I worked on it, every few days, every few weeks or so, I gave you an update on what it looked like. And then at the end, I did my typical post review of it. So I had so much fun with that video. I think I'm going to do that with all my kits going forward. But the big thing about this kit that was different for me, first of all, here's a picture of the whole thing in frame. Sorry, so rude of me not to include that right away. But the big thing that I did with this kit was I did the entire background first. Mostly because I wanted to get it out of the way and I wanted to see if I could do it. And you guys, I actually loved every minute of it. I don't know. I don't color block rounds. I don't like it. But I loved it. And I think it was maybe the two different colors that helped me, and the diamond shaped that helped me because it was diamond shaped. I kind of went in like wonky patterns and really enjoyed myself. I did single place this entire kit and I just loved it. So I went around and did the entire background of just the green diamonds first. And then that made everything else just fly by. After that, I worked, I did the bottom and then I went up the sides because I wanted all the flappy paper off of it. And I felt like I zipped through this kit because I did like this whole section like in a day. And then I went up here and I was just knocking out because it wasn't full complete sections. I was just doing leftover from this. But nonetheless, it made me feel like I was doing a ton really quickly. Then I went up here. This ended up being mostly full sections. And then her head, I got all that done in like a day. And I just felt like I was just flying through it. And that's not the goal, but it's nice when you can see visible progress that you're making on a kit. It just feels so rewarding. So I loved it. I loved it. And then I went down here and I filled in the candy box and then I did her face. And if I could go back in time, I'd probably do it backwards because the candy was my favorite part of the kit. I thought her face would be, but I was wrong. It was the candy. These gingerbread cookies, cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. These trees, they look like glass. They're beautiful. I loved this candy box and I wish I had saved that for last, but that's okay. It was like second to last because then after that I went and did her face and I was all done. So that is my experience with this kit. You can see all my thoughts because I probably talked this one to death if you've seen that video. But the only other thing I will say about it is it was my first frosted drill experience. And unfortunately, I didn't love the frosted drills. I pulled them out and replaced them with kind of a hodgepodge of fairy dust and AB leftovers that I had. These were extra fairy dust drills from this exact kit. These were extra ABs from this exact kit. This is like a random fairy dust color I found in my stash of extra drills. Do I love that it's 3 different colors? No, but I wasn't going to buy any fairy dust kit drills for this, and I wasn't going to put regular drills in there. I wanted something special in those stars. So it is what it is. It's fine. I did really, really like the idea of frosted drills before I started the kit. I just didn't like them in the kit. I felt like this symbol went over the edge, and I feel like you can still even see it with the fairy dust, but not as bad because the frosted diamonds unfortunately are a hint small because they don't have those facets on them that they normally would. And you could see the symbol around the edges, and then because frosted are more of a matte transparent type drill, you could see the symbol through the frosted, and that's why I ultimately picked them back off the kit. I didn't like them, but that's okay. That is okay. I got most of I still got it looking cute, so it really doesn't bother me. So at the end of the day, I loved this kit. I think this is my first time working with the new Titan round grid. I heard Diamond Art Club tighten up their round grid field, and I know that's for people who multi-place. I know that really benefits them because they can multi-place more in a row, and for someone who single places, maybe it's not a big difference, but maybe that contributed to why I loved it. I don't know. All I know is I'm getting ready to kit up a new round drill kit for January, and I've never been so excited to work on a round before. So I don't know if this just ignited a good love of rounds in me or what, but I loved every stinking minute of it. Or maybe it's just that it's Mrs. Butterdy, my favorite artist. My favorite artist, Mrs. Butterdy. So I worked on 3 Mrs. Butterdy canvases this year, and I'm going to let myself work on even more next year if I get the chance to. I just absolutely love her work, and it's so much fun to diamond paint. So much fun and so much enjoyment out of this one. So this was my big finish. I'm going to put this one away and give you a sneak peek at my whip that I'm bringing into January. Okay, this is my one and only whip going into January. This is Christmas Witch by Marigona Sully. Giving you a little pan over, and then I'll put you guys back on the tripod. See if I can get as much in frame as possible for you. This is all that I got done in December. I did really good, actually. My recent goal was to finish this whole side in December so that I could do the Christmas tree and all that in December during Christmas, and then focus more on this part of the diamond painting in January. And I'm able to say now, today is January 1st, or So I was able to get all of this done up here. And I actually got even more done than I was expecting to, because I was able to then come down here and I did, this row was it was like 1.5 rows. And then I moved up and was able to do 2.5 more rows, more sections after that. So I'm going into January in better shape than I thought I would be, because I didn't think I'd be able to get all this done. I had a little more time to diamond paint than I was expecting. I still have a little under half this canvas to go. I'm going to see if I can get rid of this glare. That's better. I still have a little bit more than half this canvas to go, or a little bit under half, which is a little more than I was hoping to have, to be honest with you. I had really big plans to do the Art by Julia event in January and work on my whip that I have prepped for January, and I just don't think I'm going to be able to do all of that. So I'm shelving the Art by Julia for now, and I'm just going to support the event by like watching what other people post, but I'm not doing an Art by Julia as it turns out. But because I have still a lot more of this than I wanted. I'm not going to lie. I think in January, I'm probably going to kind of be antsy to get this one done. Today is January 1st, and I am kind of already like antsy to get this one done. So I'm going to give it my all and keep going forward with it. Once I really started putting my mind to it, I got this done really fast. I think the reason I'm antsy is because I've been working on this since November 2nd, but I took a full month off to focus on Christmas Candy Box. So it just seems like I've had it going for a long time, but I haven't worked on it for a long time. So I think I can get it done. As long as I get it done in the month of January, I will be happy. If it stretches into February, I'm going to start to get antsy just because it's a Christmas kit and I'm a seasonal diamond painter. So I am glad I got the tree done so that I can work on the winter scene in January, where it's just more winter and less Christmas. And I think the other reason that I'm getting just the tiniest bit burned out on this canvas is because it only has 35 colors. So it's a crazy color palette to like, I'm using the same colors over and over and over and over again. So glad I got the tree done. I think that would not be that fun to do in January. So I am glad I get to kind of go up here. But I know this is not going to be my favorite part to diamond paint, because this chair has so many red ABs in it, and I'm not a big fan of placing ABs. It looks really pretty when it's done. All those ABs in there look gorgeous when it's done. It's just not my favorite thing to place. So I'm kind of like not excited about these sections, but that's okay. I still think it's beautiful. It's been a dream kit to work on. The drills fit perfectly. I'm having just the tiniest slippery glue spots, just very teensy bit here and there, not enough that it's super bugging me. So the kit it's a newer kit. The drill field's great. The quality of the drills are great. They're fitting together really nice. So I'm enjoying it, and I have been four placing, which is not normally something I do, but on a kit this big, where this got a good chunk of color blocking, and it's got a lot of line blocking, I am I'm four placing it and kind of expanding my comfort zone on that. So that's really good. Yeah, I've got like 1.5 sections here, and then I'm trying to decide if I'm going to end off here and work on my new whip for January, or if I am going to try to do one more row and feel like I've really got a big chunk of this kit done. My plan is to go up to here and then pause. Well, I might just go all the way up. Yeah, I'm probably just going to go all the way up, but I am going to skip this section here because her face is framed completely perfectly in it. I will be saving this square for last. I like to save my favorite part for last, so I think that'll be fun. And then once I get out of like all of this chair, and this hardwood floor is where I really started to fizzle on the 35 colors. It's just a lot of these colors. So I've got one more section with that hardwood floor in it, a couple more sections of chair, which will be broken up by her and her cute pants and stuff. Once I get up here to like the outdoorsy houses and more pictures on the wall and this mistletoe and the moon, I think I'm going to be more happy about it. But the other reason that I think I'm burning out on this is it's 35 colors, and I have not worked on anything but this since I finished Christmas Candy Box. So I am actually going to show you my January whip that I'm doing in addition to this, since I do have it kitted up. I'll show you guys that, give you a little sneak peek of what January is going to look like for me. So let me get this one put away and I'll get that one out. Okay, so this is Yule by Miss Holly. It's a Diamond Art Club kit that is 22 by 31 inches or 55.8 by 78.7 centimeters. This one here is the first whip that I'm going to start in January. Today's January 1st. I think I'm probably going to start it as soon as I'm done with that row. So I'll start it the next day or two. This one's a round drill kit, and I think it's going to solve my problems. I'm not burnt out on Christmas Witch, but I think if that is the only thing that I work on for the next 2 weeks, I will get burnt out on it. So my solution is I'm going to work on these two whips at the same time. I'll probably do a row of each at a time and then keep going back. And I think that's going to really help because this is a completely different color palette. This is round drills. And this is also the first kit that I have in my 2026 challenge for myself to refresh my stash. So this is an older kit, older drill field. There's no perforated cover on it. It is... it was charted with fairy dust, which I'm actually kind of surprised about, but it is part of my challenge that I am taking up to refresh my stash. Lizette from Lizette Crafts and Tells kind of mentioned this challenge. It's something I've also just been thinking about last year in general. I really want to work on my older kits so they don't lose their appeal to me, since newer kits have newer features. And I'm working on, I have like 10 of them in my mind of the ones that I want to work on this year, and Yule will be my first. And I'm excited about it for a couple of reasons. One, I think the snow is really pretty. Two, the color palette is completely different than Christmas Witch, so I think it will be the key to not burning out on Christmas Witch, which is the direction I'm heading in. And three, it's another Wilhelmina kit, and I've done one other kit with this character called the Love Potion, and I'm just really excited to work on another Wilhelmina kit. I think she's gorgeous, and I think this artwork is really beautiful. So I'm excited. I'm still trying to decide if I want to put section frames on this or release paper. I've never worked with release paper, so I'm thinking that's might be the way that I go, just because the cover's super thin, not perforated. I don't want to deal with it ripping and tearing and being annoying, so I'm thinking I'm going to pull this off and put release papers on, which I've never done before. So I'm excited to maybe try something new with my diamond painting with this kit. I don't know if I'm going to like not being able to see it. The release paper is going to cover the image. I don't know how I feel about that, but it could be fun. So I think I'm going to try release papers and see how I feel about doing a kit with release paper. So I'll probably do that tomorrow and washi tape it. This one's also going to have its own video. I'm going to do a full review on it. I already did a review of, I already did like a clip of me pulling it out and looking at it, doing her drill train and all that, but you won't see that full review until this kit is completed. So you got a little time. But yeah, this is my first whip of January. I'm going to work on this and Christmas Witch. They'll both keep me busy. I doubt I finish them both in January. I'm just not that fast of a diamond painter, but I'm hoping to have Christmas Witch finished. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep you posted throughout the month. Check in on my weekly vlogs where I do a lot of updating on what my kits look like there, and I have a lot of fun. So hope you guys enjoyed watching this month in review. I have lots of plans for next year. I've showed a lot of videos in December if you want to go back and see any of them, of me talking about goals and my bingo sheet and my 10 kits, my must-do kits in 2026. This is one of those kits, by the way. And I've just had a lot of fun ideas and just lots of things come up for the year. So I hope that you go back and watch those videos if you're interested, and if not, I hope you at least like this video. And if you want to see any more videos that I post in the future, feel free to subscribe to this channel. I have a lot of fun posting videos about diamond painting, and I don't see that stopping anytime soon, so I'll have lots of content for you guys to check out. Thank you guys so much for watching this month in review. I hope it wasn't too redundant from my year in review. I don't think it was, though, because I didn't talk whips in my year in review, and I didn't talk about future projects. So I think that this is enough difference to cap off the month and show you guys what I have worked on. I am just so excited to start on this kit, and just excited for what 2026 is going to bring. So I hope you guys are having a great new year. And had a happy New Year's Eve yesterday, or I guess 2 days ago from when I post this, but you know what I'm trying to say. All right, guys, I got to get some sleep. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.